The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of B.A.S.S.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for B.A.S.S.com, and today I'm on the Ranger Z520. We're going to put it through a full test and do a complete walkthrough. One of the main things that our tests have shown that separate Ranger boats is their superb handling capabilities. As far as handling the Ranger 520, it's pretty straightforward, as in you want to drive it straight and forward. You don't want to do a lot of cranking and banking on a bass boat. Bass boats in general have a characteristic of chine walking when they get up to a certain speed. You either have to learn to drive through this or keep to a more sedate speed, in which case you'll also lose every race to your favorite spot and be forced to leave early for the weigh-in. However, with Ranger and indeed with this Z520 Comanche, there was no chine walk and I was able to accelerate right up to top speed with little skill of controllability. It was quite refreshing and made the ride much more exhilarating. A lot of that has to do with the strength of the hull, and in particular the reinforced lifting strakes. As you can imagine, at speeds in excess of 70 miles per hour, there are significant stresses on the hull. These strakes are reinforced with stress-directed fiberglass that reduces flexing and our tests show give a more solid ride. Ranger tells us, with the engine being set back from the hull, that they're able to see quicker times to plane. Our tests showed the Z520 reach plane in only 4.7 seconds. Once you get up on plane, bring the trim up to about the 1/4 mark, then you'll feel the speed pick up, then you can really get on the speed and hit up to your maximum. Our test boat was powered with the Evinrude E-Tech 250 HO that brought us to a top speed of 72.5 miles per hour at 5,800 RPM. At that speed, we were burning 26.4 gallons per hour and getting 2.75 miles per gallon for a range of 129 miles. Best cruise came in at 4,500 RPM and 55 miles per hour. Now we were burning 14 gallons per hour and getting 3.93 miles per gallon for a range of 184 miles. Most interesting was the fact that the best cruise figure wasn't far off from the range numbers for 3,000 RPM on up to the best cruise of 4,500 RPM. So that means that if you're not entirely comfortable at 55 miles per hour, you could just select any speed from 30 miles per hour on up to 55 and it'll have very little effect on your range performance. We reached 30 miles per hour in 8.5 seconds, 40 in 10.4 seconds, 50 in 12.5, and continued accelerating through 60 miles per hour in 15.5 seconds. Our E-Tech 250 HO was mounted on a jack plate that allowed us to raise or lower our draft by roughly 6 inches without affecting trim. The foredeck measures 6 feet 5 inches by 6 feet 10 inches. The Ranger Z520 is a dual console boat, and both consoles feature smoked windscreens that did a great job of deflecting the bulk of the wind over our heads while still maintaining an aerodynamic quality. I measured 1 foot 8 inches of room between the consoles. I was impressed with the lack of clutter in the panel layout. This was thanks mostly due to the dual iCommand gauges, which allow you to customize the display to show whatever you'd like. Engine alarms are sharing visual space with the tachometer. The fuel gauge shares a home with the speedometer. I was happy to see the switch panel was completely waterproof. Indicator lights let you know when a switch is activated. Ranger is also very proud of their SRS, or soft ride seats, and with good reason. They're not only soft to the touch, but the cushioning effect has to be felt. They also have a slight wraparound to keep you secure. Well, this is just a look at some of the features of the Ranger Z520. For B.A.S.S.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.